once again, a setup to the actual Reverie meeting pretty soon, in fact, and obviously there's a mention of the One Piece editor Naito pretty much coming out and saying the Reverie arc should be concluded within 10 chapters. So I know you can't really take it face value considering the fact that when the last time we heard this was Wano was going to take place in October, that was last year. But I am willing to give the benefit of doubt considering we're out of Whole Cake Island, and the Reverie doesn't seem like it's going to be a long arc anyway, because the build-up's there. You have pretty much the princesses meeting together for the first time, so that's kind of cool. We start off, I guess Olympus is on the cover page, and I believe this marks the last cover story for the Grunt Straw Hat. Like we thought, Shirahoshi's already been a target, and it didn't take long. So, I guess they arrived at the Holy Land, Mariejois, or Mariejois. They see an artificial forest or artificial trees. Now, I'm not sure if that's Green Bull's doing, because those trees are not natural. So, somebody planted them there, and they're not real. So, either that's... So I don't know if that's Green Bull's doing or somebody else's. But Shirahoshi gets a somewhat of a walking stick, a moving stick, and the ground moves because of the stick. And it's obvious why the ground is moving. If you paid attention to the slaves that have been captured by the Tenryubito or the Celestial Dragons, they're the ones that make the ground move, I'm assuming. So obviously the Tenryubito are up to the wicked ways. We did not see Sabo in this chapter, even though we know where he is. So we know Karasu arrived. We know Morley's there at some point. So they're going to bust in there. I'm wondering if there's actually going to be a conflict or if they're going to retreat. Because the one thing I noticed is not the whole Revolutionary Army at the Reverie. So Dragon's playing this smart. So if something goes bad and they don't get the job done, you still have other members of the Revolutionary Army. I don't know if even Koff is there. It may be. So there's only 10 chapters or less before we get to Wano. Oda wants to get to Wano no matter what this year. So if you consider it, taking consideration the breaks that he has, and he's just recently come out, he's been hospitalized again. So you take that into consideration, it could be 3 more months. And I guess the Holy Land, Jorosei, I guess the outer structure or is the walkway, I guess, on the way to Mariejois, the actual Holy Land itself. So that's where the meeting's going to take place with the Gorosei. I'm assuming the Gorosei are going to be there. We don't know if Alkaini's going to be there. We know Fujitora's there. We know Green Bull's there. And already you have the Celestial Dragon. I believe that's the same Celestial Dragon that tried to kidnap and pretty much did kidnap and almost sell off Kami at the Southern Archipelago. If you remember, he's also the same Tenryubito that Luffy punished back in Southern Archipelago. Probably one of the most infamous scenes pre-time skip. So that's kind of, and he's got his eye on Shirahoshi. Not to mention, there's a high possibility that one of Kaido's boys could already on Mariejois to kidnap Shirahoshi on Kaido's side, aka Karasu. Perhaps we don't know. There's a lot that can happen, but the fact that you have a Tenryubito eyeing up Shirahoshi, and not to mention, do they know that she's an ancient weapon? I doubt it. That could be a problem. So if they get that kind of power, that's going to hinder the revolutionary somewhat, because remember what abilities are. As the ancient weapon plus iron, she can control the Sea Kings, so that could be a problem in the future. So, but I definitely think one of Kaido's boys are going to get to her first. But it's kind of cool to see the princesses meet for the first time. We saw Rebecca, I guess Vivi's meeting up for the first time. Vivi saying, "Yo, how you doing?" So that was kind of cool. They was talking all about Luffy. Then Shirahoshi overhears the conversation, so she joins in. So they're talking back and forth. You got Fukabushi and company say, you need to keep it down. And before then, you have a group, I guess, a group of Celestial Dragons or sons of Celestial Dragons trying to hit on Shirahoshi, like, "Oh, marry my son, marry my son." And she just I left with this stated, like, you guys are not my type, so I can't accept it. So, and you got Fukabushi's like, "Yo, you can't say that. The sons of Celestial Dragons, you're going to get in trouble." So that was kind of funny. We know she has eyes for Luffy-san, and same could be said for Vivi and Rebecca, because they can't stop talking about Luffy whatsoever. So, and Leo's proud because he was tearing up with Rebecca when they're talking about saving Dressrosa. And I find it ironic because Vivi and Rebecca have identical situations. They both had to select warlords, or former warlords in this case, trying to take over their kingdoms respectively. You had identical to one another. You had Alabaster with Crocodile. You had Dressrosa with Doflamingo. So they're bound together anyway. So that was kind of cool to see them interact. Shirahoshi there as well. So she's meeting all these friends of Luffy, all these people that have impacted their lives by Luffy and the Straw Hats. So we got panels for each different, I guess, each character. And Cattles with Luffy. You had Koreha and Dalton. You had, I guess, Wapol and his queen show up from the and it didn't take long for trouble to start off. So Dalton is there, so Koreha's there too. So that was kind of cool. Hopefully we get the actual meeting itself. So because most of the guests that not all guests are there, but some of them have already arrived. Luffy, Vivi, and Rebecca are already there. So I didn't see Viola anywhere in this chapter either. So that could be a potential kidnapping as well. So this could end badly. So the Tenryubito are going to plan something because they had their eyes on Shirahoshi. I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to kidnap the other princesses, honestly. So this is probably a good thing that Savo's there because he may pull a stop to that. And then Stelly says, "I'm going to." Stelly saw one of, I guess, those walking sticks and said he's going to get one for his own Go Kingdom. So he wants to be just like a Tenryubito. Then we go to the best part of the entire chapter, which is the end. Unfortunately, we go to Impel Down, and I was wondering why we didn't see Suru, and I guess she already escorted Doflamingo to Impel Down. We don't get to see Magellan. We did get to hear about him because you have Doflamingo teasing him. So, you send an assassin to try and keep my mouth shut. So eventually, power rots like anyway. So they're gonna learn about the secret treasure in Mariejois. Now that can mean a group of things from Doflamingo. So he's still trolling. Meanwhile, you have a shadowy figure that could be an assassin. I guess go to an unknown room. He unlocks a door. He has a picture of the Straw Hats, especially Luffy's fight post there. And then we go to I guess an unknown room with a Straw Hat. It's like what's going on here? And is somebody going to bust Doflamingo out of Impel Down? That was my prediction last week. So he has way too much influence in the One Piece world. So I'm interested in who that shadowy figure is. Just by the size and I guess how thin he is. I don't think that's Gecko Moria. So who else could it be? So and where did the straw hat come from? You know what I mean? That's the same straw hat that Goldie Roger had, and that hat was given to Shanks, who was passed down to Luffy. So is there another straw hat that we don't know about? And if there is, what does this mean? So I can't wait to see where that goes. Obviously, the revolutionaries are incoming. We know that most of them are there. So I can't wait to see what happens in the revelry. Obviously, as the editor said, should be wrapped up within 9 to 10 chapters. So I can't wait to see that. And finally get the reunion on Wano, and we can get the Kaido battle underway. So that's it from me. Thanks so much for watching. Like this review if you did appreciate that. Subscribe to the channel for more One Piece. Catch you guys later. Bye.